Hello, this is Eric of Sparky Studio, and welcome to my revisit of the Neewer F500 monitor. But starting first, of course, with power sources. Do we see that battery here? Well, let's remove that. How are we powering this now? Battery bank. Sweet. Type-C power. Let's go to the next one. How am I powering it this time? 12-volt barrel lug connection to my NPF battery plate that can also power my camera's dummy battery at the same time. Cool stuff. Now let me show you how I can use this to power my camera with one battery attached. Yes, you heard me. I can power my camera and the monitor without any special battery. But this is a regular NPF battery. We have a dummy battery to the camera to the 8.4 volts out to the monitor, and the monitor is of course powered with the battery. Now you'll see that the red light is on. A very, very low power red light. I can actually use the battery that's included with this, a small one. This really teeny small battery, and it'll last an entire month with this little red light on. Now I turn on the monitor. Do we see what happened? It powered on the camera. I left the camera powered to on. And there's our monitor. Hello, and the audio you're hearing now is from my lavalier, and just to verify, yes, that's what you're hearing, and the camera here is what I'm in front of, working perfectly fine. And the display on this camera monitor is the display from my camera. HDMI display out is what's happening right now. Now I'm going to turn off that other camera that's recording right now, because this camera that's recording right now is what is putting the display through. I'm going to turn this off, and this is what I'm going to have to show you here, where that menu setting actually is to actually auto power off. This again is proof of concept that this does power itself off automatically. Battery's inserted, by the way, and let's take a look. And that should take about another 10 seconds or so. I think it's about 30 seconds altogether, as I suggested to the support team to make it auto power off when there's no camera powered on, so you don't waste your batteries and they last a nice long time. Otherwise, this would kill the battery like it did in the old firmware. See? Off. Now let's turn this camera back on and show you where that menu setting was. Slight delay, but you can see not much at all. Now, let's get to the point where that firmware update was. Auto power off. Okay, can we see that? Auto power off. I have it set to on. If I set it to off, it won't auto power off, but this is what I wanted. Now, if I want to get rid of every menu option, it's easy as, there we go, and there we go. Pure screen, pure monitor. During my original review of this monitor, someone thought it was focus peaking on itself. No, it's just focus peaking on the camera monitor's menu if you are using the display of your camera out. But if you're using the display of your camera out, you might as well just use the focus peaking on the camera itself. Let me show you what I mean. Right now I have the focus peaking turned on in camera, and we can see it down on the screen here. So yeah, I can simply use that and see it on the monitor. Here is my log2 format. Look how it looks. Dead colors. My skin tones look grayish. But that is because I have log and no LUT loaded. So I just go to LUT switch. And there we go. That is the beautiful color of my custom LUT that I use in my editing. I made my own custom LUT. I'm going to make a new video on this, so you can see I can make my own custom LUTs. I can make my own movie LUTs, whatever I want, and don't have to edit in post. And oh, I filmed that, I got to edit. It's right here, and it's right in the monitor, and the tones are beautiful. And just to get a quick look to see my settings, 5600K, my backlight is right now 53. That's just the backlight of the monitor itself. My brightness 50%, contrast balance 50%, saturation 65, hue, sharpness, everything's almost pretty much all default, and it's beautiful. Now that is an updated monitor. You have hot shoe mount. You have a 1/4 inch mount. You have a hot shoe mount for your microphone, including another 1/4 inch mount. This has that 4K in, 4K pass-through, has false colors, has focus peaking, has magnification, even has different sizing. I go through that in my original review. If you want to watch that, I'll leave a link in the description, as well as pinned in comments. And for the problems it did have, a lot of them are fixed, including it doesn't go blank ever in 4K anymore, and they also fixed the 4K cameras. Now, you might have seen the big YouTubers say, this camera's monitor's the best, this one's the best. Then go to the Amazon reviews and see for yourself. A lot of these companies are not supporting their customers. Neewer did. Neewer did. Customers that viewed my original video went to Neewer, including myself, and they updated the firmware to fix this monitor. So, Neewer, A1 support to their customers. This is Eric of Spark E Studio. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and help the channel grow, and have yourselves a most wonderful day. Lol. And by the way, yes, I paid for this monitor myself. This is not a sponsored review, and I paid for this just like you or anyone else here has.